talking about cancer cells or cancer cells. What are cancer cells in general? And from the subtitle, you can see here I wrote healthy choices equals healthy living. So can you name, like, for example, the 4 most common types of cancer, like any type of cancer you know? Anyone? Because
Brain cancer.
Brain cancer. There are also, for example, a popular one in women.
Familial colon cancer.
Mm-hmm. There's also leukemia, which is the cancer that occurs in blood, and we have also breast cancer, prostate cancer, and much more. There are actually more than 200 types of cancers in the world, unfortunately. So here, healthy choices equals healthy living. What is for example, the meaning of this? So healthy choices, for example, what are healthy choices? For example, to play sports, to eat healthy, to not, like, for example, smoke or do harmful things to your body. So yeah, that's it. Okay, so what is cancer in general? So cancer is an illness that starts through the cells of our bodies and bones, as well as our lungs and liver. So these in each cell direct how it grows, works, reproduces, and dies. So of course, every single person, for example, I have different cells than my classmates, and my genes are different because genes are technically, how do cells work? From our DNA, because the nucleus contains our DNA, and DNA is different from a person to another. Even for siblings, they may have similar but not the same DNA. And most cases, our cells obey these commands, and we must stay healthy. Tumors are classified as benign, so which is cancerous or cancerous cells. So benign or non-cancerous tumor cells remain in one location in the body and are typically non-life-threatening. So, for example, if non-cancerous cells, for example, if they occurred in the hand, it won't spread, for example, to the heart, to the whole arm, to the legs, because cancerous cells they spread and they turn other cells and they maximize. So they technically do a whole life for themselves. So malignant tumor cells have the ability to invade nearby cells, this is how it works, and spread to other parts of the body. Metastases are cancer cells that spread to other parts of the body. The swelling of nearby lymph nodes, organs in the immune system, which are lymph nodes are organs in the immune system, is often the first sign that a malignant tumor has spread or metastasized. Metastasized is, for example, grown out. But cancer may spread to almost any part of the body. It is necessary to identify malignant tumors as early as possible. Cancer. Why is it important to classify them as early as possible? So, for example, if for example it came out in the hand or in the brain, so they can treat it quickly, so it doesn't spread to other parts of the body, and, for example, like, ruin your whole body, because that would be harder for the doctors and for your body to cure cancer if it's spread. Cancer are named after the location in the body as they are first occurred. For example, brain cancer, breast cancer, prostate cancer, we have much more. Cancer that begins in the bladder but spreads to the lungs, for example, is referred as bladder cancer with lung metastasis because it spread to the lung, but where did it originate from the bladder. And cancer are caused by DNA damage. What causes cancer? Like, how do you get cancer? Cancer is caused by a buildup of genetic damage, such as modification may be a result of chance or exposure to cancerous causing substance. Also, carcinogens are compounds that cause cancer. A carcinogen may be a chemical such as certain molecules in tobacco smoke. That's why normally when someone smokes, they're like, stop smoking, it's gonna damage your health. It may cause cancer. And of course, there's the genetic part for cancer. It's in genetic. The incidence of cancer increases dramatically as people grow older, most likely due to the increase of the risk of specific cancer as people age. That's why, for example, if you go heard, like, for example, a doctor saying to if your grandparents smoke, they're like, stop smoking, that's unhealthy, because since their old age, it's even gonna damage them more. Which ones are under control? Which causes are under control? Cigarettes, smoking, diet, weight, physical activity, and drinking. Well, which one of the following is the most common cause of lung cancer? The most common one, as you can see here, is radiation. No, wait, not radiation. Yeah, it's diet. For example, if people are fat, obese, that's very unhealthy. Tobacco it has a really big effect on, it damages the lungs. We have sunlight, which causes skin cancer, and others like skin cancer, which is gonna damage if you don't put sun cream. That's why doctors always tell you to put sun cream. Radiation, alcohol, other factors, maybe for example genetics and stuff, viruses and others is 10%. Tobacco use has also been linked to other diseases. Secondhand smoke has also been linked to breast cancer. The cell cycle, this may be a bit hard, but I hope everyone understands this. So the cell cycle is a set of events that take place in a cell as it divides and develops. A cell spends the majority of its time in phase. This is when it expands. The order sequence of events that occur in a cell preparation for cell division is described as the cell cycle. The cell cycle is a four-step process in which a cell grows or develops. So how does it grow or develop? You may ask, so how does it develop? It copies the DNA, prepares to divide, and it divides. Multiplication is composed to the stages G1, S, and G2. So it accounts for the period between cell division. A cell decides whether it to reach the cell cycle and divide depending on the simulator of inhibitor messages it receives. So this is how technically our cells develop or process. What are cancer cells? Cancer cells divide constantly, forming solid tumors or invading bloodstream with abnormal cells. Cell division is a biological process which the body uses to grow and repair itself. So how do cancer cells divide? So a parent divides into two identical daughters, which are used to develop a new tissue or replace cells that have died due to aging or damage. As we know, as we learned in science, many cells make a tissue, many tissues make an organ, many organs make an organ system, and many organ system makes a human body. So yeah, so that's when many cancer cells form together. They attack or compose to a tissue in the cell, in the body. When there's no more a need for more daughter cells, healthy cells stop dividing. Whereas cancer cells continue to divide, they also can spread from one part of the body to another. As I said, it's called metastasis. So how does this work? So for example, if we have now our cancer cell, it keeps dividing, it attacks. Our normal cancer cells or healthy cancer cells stop dividing. They stop making more daughters. As for the cancer cells, they keep dividing. So that's the danger in the whole situation. Since our normal healthy cells stop, and the cancer cells, which are the unhealthy or dangerous cells, keep dividing. So as you can see, here our normal cells, the blue ones are our normal cells. Many cells that continue to grow and divide are the red ones, cancer cells. So they keep dividing and get close to each other. Here are also all of the normal cells. They even look different. Types of cancer cells. There are several. Okay, 1 second. Okay, yeah, sorry. There are several types of cancer cells that each categorized according to the cell type from which it originated. Carcinoma is a type of cell wherein the majority of cells occur in the membranous tissue that lines in the body's surface. And here it is. Where is it? Yeah, here. It looks like this. It's like kind of. This is actually not real cells. They're just growing because I think it's like not all people are comfortable with seeing normal or alive cells. Leukemia is a type of cancer that starts in the tissue that generates new blood cells, most commonly in the bone marrow. Here's leukemia. It's actually very known. Leukemia is very known. If someone asks you what is leukemia, I think you might have heard of it. Lymphoma and myeloma are cancer that grows from immune system cells. This is actually kind of one of the most dangerous cells because it actually starts in your immune system, so your immune system can't even fight back. And this is it. This is our immune system. The cells in our immune system. Here are the purple ones. Sarcoma is a cancer that forms in connective tissues such as fat, muscle, and bone. That's why normal doctors or dietitian or anyone in life tells you to decrease your weight if you're overweight. which is very unhealthy. Mesothelioma is a cancer that starts in the mesothelium, which is the lining of body cavities. And here it is. There are actually there's B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. There are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 types.
Yeah.
How to prevent cancer? So don't use tobacco avoidance, or it's the decision to stop using it. It's a major element of cancer, like cancer occurring. Eat a healthy diet. Regardless of the fact that food has not been proven to prevent cancer, diet plays a major role in cancer prevention. Obesity, according to the American Cancer Society, is a risk of a factor for a variety of cancers. As I said, the one that starts in connective tissues, which are fats. Yeah. Protect yourself from the sun. Being exposed to the sun without any protection may cause skin cancer. That's why experts or doctors recommend using sun cream or sunscreen. Get vaccinated. Cancer prevention includes protection from certain viral infections. That's why our parents always take us to doctors to get our yearly vaccinations. Here we have the most common types of cancer for both female and male. This list is the common types of cancers, including non-melanoma skin cancers, and includes cancers that are diagnosed most commonly in the United States. And as we know, the United States are the most, for example, common ones with cancer. So we have bladder cancer, breast cancer, colon and urethral cancer, endometrial cancer, which is the cancer that occurs in the lining of the uterus, so it's obviously only in females. Kidney cancer, leukemia, which is in blood, as I said, liver cancer, melanoma cancer, it's a type of skin cancer, non-Hodgkin lymphoma, it's a type of blood cancer, and pancreatic cancer, type of cancer that sits tucked between the stomach in the upper abdomen. So here's our stomach, here's our upper abdomen, it's in the middle, so it's in the middle. And prostate cancer, which is in males, and thyroid cancer, which is also in both. Yeah. Most common types of cancer in males, for males. Most common type of cancer in males is prostate cancer, colorectal cancer, and lung cancer. As you can see, we have prostate. Others actually there are more, but like these are the most common: lung and prostate. Okay, the most deadly are lung cancer, colorectal cancer, and prostate cancer. The most common type of cancer in females. Most common cancer in females is breast cancer, colorectal cancer, and lung cancer. The most deadly is lung. As you realize, for both females and males, lung cancer is the most deadly type of cancer. Breast cancer and colorectal cancer. That's why I think everyone heard about breast cancer. How we put the purple, not purple. It's pink.
Yeah,
ribbon here. Yeah. So we can support or show that we support each woman that has breast cancer because they're actually fighters.
Can I show you something?
Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed.